All right, guys, so now we're gonna be working some half guard passes, all right? When the person on the bottom just wanna keep locking the half guard, so then we gotta start working to get the pass. So when someone's having on a half guard, what are we trying to, don't let the person do? It's kind of same concepts as the knee shield, okay? But the last thing, they have a little bit less leverage to push you away, because that frame, that knee shield is not on your ribs, so he cannot create that much distance and not that much momentum. So we try to prevent the person on the bottom from getting an underhook and also getting under. Okay, so we're going to start in a half guard right here. So very simple half guard, like he's locking my leg and then he's going to try to get under and try to get underhook or something like that. So what I want to try to do, first thing, I always like to keep this hand on his hip before I get an underhook, because that's my goal. I'm looking for the far side underhook. So I keep this arm down, all right, and I keep this hand low, and my head always stay low as well. So my head is like a wall, so always keep him from getting under me as well. Okay, my first option we're gonna work over here, it's when we have underhook on this side. Okay, very common way to pass, and I believe it's a very strong and one of the most strongest position for finishing a pass of no-gi, because we have a really good control, a really good grip. We tight and close with the person at the bottom. Okay, so from here, look, my arm is like really slow, really low on his hip, so that way I can just slide and get an underhook and a head control. So we have an underhook and a head control, and I'm right on my partner's chest. Okay, a couple times we get on this position, maybe we from here we're low on the hip. All right, the person still have the frames on my head, but I'm on the hip and already clear, maybe a knee shield or whatever. I don't want to pass someone's guard from here. Okay, I really want to try to get on his chest. All right, because from here he still have his frames. If I try to start passing from here, I don't have a really good control. I'm very vulnerable here. Look, my arm's exposing. He can start switch for like a omoplata or whatever. So if I get on this point over here, my goal, it's like, again, like that concept, as I like to say a lot, I'm kind of jumping the pool. So I'm really climbing up. All right, but I'm not climbing up, opening up my chest. I'm sliding chest to chest. I don't want to create any space in between me and him. I want to get there before him. I want to get my underhook before he get an underhook on me. So that's very important. I really want you guys to focus on that. So we're here, maybe we're starting here, I'm blocking everything. If he have his arm tucking here, I'm sure can get an underhook. I'm just starting from his elbow. And as you guys saw, I don't know if you guys realize that, I'm going low, chest on chest. And now if I feel I'm too high, I bring it back. Okay, so look, we're in this scenario now. Very important detail in this position. I don't want him to get his knees up to the ceiling, because every time he does that, look, my hips and I'm open, and then he can start getting under me or something like that. I don't want that. So every time we get on this position, so if you start moving his knees up to the ceiling, yes, what I gotta do, keep my hip low and walking back. And look, I'm taking my heels out of the mat, so you guys can see, look, take my hip out of the mat. I'm really putting a lot of weight on his leg over here, as you guys can see. So on purpose, so he doesn't lift my hip. He can lift, but I just want that small split of second, so I can start placing this foot on his knee. All right, so we get here. So every time, so if he still have this in, you can't get it, the underhook. We can, if he have this frame. Maybe we're not gonna go from here, but I'm starting from his elbow and then I'm getting there. And look, he still have that frame. So I gotta fight a little bit, so I gotta cover this frame, keeping everything tight. On this position, I like this type of grip. So the gable grip, but with my toes pointing down, all right? Look, my finger's pointing down. So this way. Imagining, I want you to think like this. When you do a pull-up, you're stronger doing a pull-up like this than this. So in this scenario, you want to keep this grip. All right, one, and this one over the head, pull. Not this, all right, not this, no, definitely not this. So you really want to keep like this and bring it to us. So again, half guard, we stay low, he don't have the knee shield in. If he does have a little bit knee shield, you can just clear it in, drive, reset, chest on chest, and remember, your shoulder gotta stay right on your partner's jaw. Because when I finish the pass, I don't wanna lose his jaw. I need that, I wanna have this control the whole time. Another thing, important details. We're going over a lot of details, but that's really important. I don't wanna have my arm stuck under him. So I don't know how big is my partner. He can just block my hip with his arm and now lift me this way and then flip me over. I don't want that. Thank you. I want to have my elbow a little open. You guys can see. And also my weight is not on top of my partner. My weight is heavy here. So look, my hip is on the mat. Remember, we're dropping that chest on chest. I used this pass at twice ADCC and I was very successful with that. So I really want you guys to keep the chest on chest. I really want you guys to keep this control, head down. Because this position, guys, can guide you guys for even a submission. You guys can give you guys for a really good ending. So control, hip is tight. Imagine you want to keep your hip on the mat, like stuck on the mat. So now we're going to start working to finish the pass. How do we going to do that? Please, all the time, don't imagine you have a line over here. You don't want to cross that line with your weight. My weight is stuck on top of my partner's chest. All right, and head tight. So now I'm gonna bring my knee as high as I can. So without lifting my hip too much. So look, I'm here, constantly preventing my partner from bringing his knees towards the other side. So stay heavy. So now, look at this. I'm really gonna bring my knee up. So don't focus on bringing your foot on your partner's knee. Focus on bringing your knee as high as you can. Why? Because immediately when you think that, your foot's going to be there. Because if you think enough, just enough to bring your foot, you can't get caught. Well, not get caught, you can't get stuck. You can't just, so look, my foot's not even there. All right, so think like this. I want to get my knee as high as I can. Now I place my foot in there. As we get over here, don't close your knee, because you can't get bridge. So you want to settle our hips on the mat. How do I do that? Look what I do with my knee. I open up. So now look, I'm saddled on the mat. All right, my hips are strong and heavy. And this leg are heavy too. So that makes it harder for him to bring his hip towards my right. So now, push and pull, push and pull. Get your knee out. Now, readjust. Kick the top knee, pass, and make sure now, block the hip. Remember, be focused on that a lot. And make sure now it's the time. Why? Because he's going to bridge, he's going to start fighting. So make sure, don't hide your arm under your partner because you're going to get bridge over. So make sure, imagine this part of your hand is meeting his shoulder here. So make sure you really bring your partner. And now drop heavy on top. And every time your partner start moving and bridging, follow, follow, follow. Follow with your weight on your heels, not over. And then we're stabilizing a good side control. Okay? Again. So we're going over a lot of details. And all those details can help in every position as we were working before. As the ending, the holding, the following. Keep your weight strong on your partner's chest, on your heels. Not committing your way over. That's a really important detail for any side control finishing. So again, here, stay low. If he's close, I'm keeping my heel, my legs heavy. I'm always constantly following this arm. Is a thing I really focus on it. So now I stay low, get this, and heavy. Don't turn your hip. Please do not turn your hip. Stay straight. So now he start bringing his knees towards the ceiling. You guys pay attention to that. I don't want that. So what are we gonna do? Walk back, back. Hips heavy. So now, even if he's blocking my leg over there, it's all good. My knee should be stronger than his arm. My leg should be stronger than his arm. That's why I was telling you guys, really focus on bringing your knee as high as you can. Not your foot. Don't think just like, oh, I want to get my foot enough on his knee. No. I really want to get my knee as high as you can. Now, settle. Settle your weight. All right? Keep everything tight. Don't lift your hip over here. Don't do this. Please. Okay? Just kick, kick, kick. Get over here. If he'll lock your foot, adjust your weight. Don't lean your way forward. Adjust your weight. Kick. Lock. And get ready. Because your partner now is going to bridge and try to get out. So make sure you stay right in here. Okay? So now I'm going to do it in the full speed. Alright guys, so now we're going to work a half guard again. So now, same option, we have one day hook, but a lot of times we feel a little stuck, like a finger legs, like kicking the other one. So we got to switch and get a little bit more leverage. You know what I mean? A little bit different option, you know, so you guys have a little more leverage, you have a little bit more push, and you free your leg a little more easier. Okay? So, same concept, the concept is the same. We don't want the person on the bottom to get on the hook, and we don't want the person on the bottom to get under us. So we always constantly try to avoid those two things. Okay? So from here, I was able to get on the hook, but I'm not feeling comfortable switching my leg. You know, I'm not feeling comfortable doing this. Okay? So what are we gonna do? We gotta switch a little bit over here. Alright, so this one would be my first option to try to pass, but I feel like I'm stuck over here. I'm not feeling comfortable taking this out. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to make sure I keep my shoulder like a trapping his chin. Okay, please, I want you guys to really focus on this. Imagine your shoulder, it's like a wall, so the person cannot bridge towards you. Okay. You guys gotta imagine, you guys gotta think like this. Every time someone look, if he's looking towards this side, alright, so all his brain's gonna be towards this side. He cannot bridge towards the other side because he's not looking towards the other side. So if he's flat and his legs are turning towards me, if my shoulder keep him look towards the other side, that's very uncomfortable. It's very hard for someone when your lower body is turning towards one way and your upper body's turned to the other way. It's very uncomfortable. You have way less power, you have way less leverage. So we're trying to use that. So we already got here, but I'm feeling I cannot pass. We gotta switch. So how do we gonna switch? So first option I'm gonna try to do, it's try to keep my shoulder blocking his jaw and his chin. Remember that. So how do I keep that tighter? Because I'm gonna let go the underhook. So how can I do that? My middle finger, so like I'm using this hand to kind of pull him to me and get a really strong grab right here. Okay? So now if you try to look to the other way, I'm keep locking. I have some security over here. So I'm switching from my hand to his armpit. And now look, I'm driving this. So now what I gotta do, I'm gonna start switch my hip. Pose this foot on the mat and switch my hip. Alright, so look, my foot is on the mat, he's locking my hip. So now, if you wanna bridge towards me, he gotta open up. Open up. So if he wants to bridge, he cannot bridge with his leg locked. He cannot do two things at once. Alright, you gotta understand like that. In order for him to bridge, he gotta open up, bridge. So if you open, boom, easy pass. Okay? You gotta expecting that. Because the person in the water might be not feel comfortable. You're gonna start bridging. So we're gonna work with two options to pass. When the person tries to bridge, and when he's just locking me down. He don't want to make me move. He wanna keep me stuck so he can recover a better position. So again, in half guard, tie. I tried to do a pass, he didn't let me. Secure this arm first. So in order for me don't lose his jaw, that's why I'm doing that. That's the reason why. So now, just want you guys to see here how I switch my hip. So, foot on the mat. If he get a lockdown over there, not a problem at all. We're gonna do that after. Maybe he extend me, not a problem with the lockdown. I'm just gonna switch my hip. So how do I free the lockdown over here? I just bring my leg close. It's that fine. Alright? You guys are gonna see why the lockdown is gonna be weaker. In order for him to control the lockdown, he gotta have my knee. So in order for me to free the lockdown, just free my knee over here. Now the lockdown is out. Okay? He cannot keep the lockdown without having my knee. Okay? So again, I've switched my hip already. So now he wants just to lock here. So like he's locking above my knee. Perfect. Remember, if he wants to bridge, I want you guys to see on this play. So I'm not getting close to him over here. Don't do that. You gotta have balance. You gotta have base over here. From here, he can just open his guard, lock this leg, and now use this one as a bridge. So now, boom, he's up. So we don't want to do that mistake. So make sure, in order for you to get over here, adjust your hip. Look at my foot. Away. And now he's locking me. Okay? First pass. He's just going to bridge. So one for here, maybe they get desperate. Sorry. So maybe he have this. I'm definitely not giving him another hook. I start faster than him. I'm ahead of him. I'm not giving him another hook. Okay, so I'm keeping everything tight here. My hand's on his hip. So if he tried to bridge, that's why my hand is on his hip. Because bridge, so look, if I don't have my hand, his hip can go higher. But my hand's already here. I started position, so every time he tries to bridge, I'm delaying that. Take my leg out. Now from here, how? Because he's gonna start hip escaping. Block the hip. Follow, follow. Side control. All right? So that's when the person bridging. But second option, he's not bridging. He keep my leg with him. Not a problem at all. Hands always on the hip or my forearm blocking his thigh. I place my hand sometimes, but it's quick. Why it's quick? First, because he can get on the hook on me. Get on the hook, please. Yes. Second one, he can grab my wrist and pass to the other hand. So now I gotta deal with this. So I can place my hand, but it's a quick tap. And look at that. I retrieve my elbow quick. Okay? So again, my hips, focus on your balance. Always focus on this. Every time you feel you're going higher, bring it back. Alright, if you have a frame, not a problem at all. So it's even better. I like this. As long as you keep a good position here. As long as your hips are always following, your hips are always moving, you always have a good base behind you. If he start bringing his knees up, not a problem at all. A walk, I adjust. So now free my knee. As I free my knee, I'm already past. He's already past. His hand sliding as on the hook. And then I get a knee cut. Okay, stay tight. Kick the top leg, free your foot. Walk, close that gap. Alright, let's do it again. Working two ways. First, he gave us two options. Most important thing as we get on this position, it's your hip moving away. Okay, I want to show you guys from this angle, it's better. So, I'm constantly, I don't want my hip low. If he's following me, constantly moving my hip back, constantly, free, free, underhook, kick that, clear, and stabilize the side control. All right? So I really want you guys to focus on your hip, moving, opening your partner up. All right? And then the pass is just a matter of time. If you're able to do everything right, the pass is going to get there. The pass is going to be there. Okay? Another ways I do that pass, it's if we're here, same thing. I'm here, but he got on the hook. So what I do, lock my elbow, head control. Same thing. Okay? Same exactly thing. Now I retrieve my elbow and I do the same thing with this. But now it's a little bit different. Why? Because I gotta palm that underhook back. In order for me to palm the underhook, okay, push his knee down. I take my weight just a bit, guys. Just a bit. Bring it back. Okay? Guys, really gotta work this. If he tried to bridge with the underhook, arm going between his legs. Stay heavy. And then if you feel he's still bridging, 1, 2, north-south. Okay? So same concept if he have the underhook. So actually we're doing 3 options. If you have underhook, I would do the same position. Same exactly thing, but I get a head control. So from here, if he get underhook, first thing I gotta do, retreat my elbow. So I'm not giving too high and stay too open for him. Actually at first I'm not even gonna let him come up. So I'm already gonna stay heavy here. All right, so now head control. So look, same concept, I'm going low. And now, bring it back. So now if he bridges, take that out. I would stabilize from here already. If he's not bridging, same thing, same thing. Take our chest a little bit out. On the hook, knee cut, kick, kick, stabilize. Get a good side control. So now, I want to do all the 3 options at once. All right, like a full move. Alright guys, so now we still gonna work in the half guard, but now let's imagine my partner got an underhook on me. Okay? We always try to prevent that. We always trying to don't let the person get the underhook. We wanna have the underhook, but we still have a lot of options from there. Alright? He can get on the hook, but I do not let him get under me. Right? So I'm still doing the same job to preventing him from getting under me. He already got the underhook. He already have enough. So I do not let him still get more. So we're here, got on the half guard, but now he does have an underhook. So my first reaction would be, I have 2 reactions. First, I'm keeping my elbow tight. I'm keeping my elbow heavy, just in order so he doesn't bump me. Yes, and he start get under me. All right, that's my first thing. So I'm really heavy on my elbow over here. My arm on this side, we still doing the same concept. My concept is keeping blocking his wrist so he doesn't get under me. If I do not block his wrist, he's gonna get under me. Okay? So he have underhook on this side. So what I'm gonna do, I'm looking for to the underhook on this side, to the near side underhook, not the far side, because he already does have that. So we're gonna build a lot of momentum here so he give me this underhook. So we got here, he got an underhook, my head is down and all my weight, it's on his hips over here. So I gotta keep my weight heavy over here. So I just delay he get under. He get a shallow underhook over here. He doesn't have a deep underhook yet. So he's on a shallow underhook. So if you start bumping, bridging me, I don't want that. That'll be different. So here, head low, heavy. Okay, so I want you guys to see from this angle here. But you're working towards this side. So look, all I'm doing, I'm gonna switch from his wrist to his elbow. So I'm just pushing his biceps up. Okay, so what is his reaction? He's gonna try to pull his arm down, you know, he's gonna try, yes, or circle his arm, whatever. He's gonna try clear this. So he wants to get under me. So what I'm gonna do, before he start doing this, as he start bringing his arm down, I'm just gonna cup his arm. And now look, I'm pounding this in. All right, so what I'm gonna do with this, I gotta bring him flat on the mat. At the same time, I gotta move his hips. So what I'm doing, so here, he's gonna push his arm down, get this in, cup his shoulder, now look, walking this way. So now he's flat. If he start bridging and try to go around me, he can't because he's flat. If I do this and he's on his side, he's still gonna go on my back. All right, so that's very important. I gotta take his angle out of him. So he cannot stay sideways. I gotta pull him flat. So again, he got an underhook. First thing as he got an underhook, I'm dropping. Head tight. Don't get, so my head, remember, my third hand as a wall. I'm keeping him away from me. Hips heavy. All right? So now open up. He's going to try to bring that back. Get this in. So now look, walk your hip and pull him flat. That's what we want. So now he's going to try bridge. He's going to try bridge. I'm just following him. Okay? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to start free my knee. How do I free my knee? Two options. Okay, I don't like this option too much, but it's a really good option. I start lift my hip, lift, and now drop my knee in. Okay, because it's going to slide my knee out. All right, and then from here, we're just going to go for a very simple path. I'm going to get head control. Now, I'm going to cross all the way to this side. Boom. As I'm crossing, don't stop on top of your partner. Make sure now, push this out. And then block the hip and stabilize a good side control. Okay? Second option. Here, you're ready to get it, flat your partner. So, what are we gonna do now? Look at my hand. I'm locking his shoulder. So now from here, if I feel he's locking my leg really well, I cannot lift my hip. I gotta free my leg. How do I do that? Put all your weight on his chest. So now try bumping into me. He can't because look, I'm blocking. I have all my weight on his chest. So now I'm just tapping. And same thing, go all the way to the mouth. As I'm going to the mouth, head control. And now we're going to the exactly same pass. Head tight, and then turn all the way. Free your leg, readjust, blocking the hip, and stabilizing a good side control. Okay, so on the second one, we turn our hips. But I want you guys to really feel what is the important detail on that position. I'm keeping my whole weight right on his arm. And I'm just shifting my hip enough so I can free my knee. And as I free my knee, I'm going straight to a mount. My knee's too stuck, my foot's too stuck. So that's when I'm getting the head control and I'm stepping to the other side. Okay, so again, half guard. He got on the hook. Can you turn it, please? Thank you. So, got over here, head low, my arm following so he doesn't get under me, blocking this. So now he's pulling out on the hook. So now remember, I'm not going over him. So keep your chest connect to his body and then put him flat. All right, do not create a space in between you and your partner. All right, so now if you feel tight over here, just lift your hip, head on the mat. Look, my knee's out. Okay, so now drive to the mat. So in order for me to be successful on the first one, I gotta place my head on the mat. And same concept on this side. I'm grabbing my partner's shoulder and I'm pulling him down. Now head on the mat. Lift, lift, lift. My hip, can you block my hip with the hip, this hip? Yes, it's fine. Because now I'm just gonna drop my knee. Head control, switch your head. Don't keep your head over here. Switch your head. Get tight. Lock. Now open up. Lock the chin. Remember? Now lift. Clear. Adjust your hip. And stabilizing a good side control. Second option. This one's a little bit more details. Same concept. We got it. We pin your partner down. Sorry. So now, lock the shoulder. Right here. Everybody can see my hand. I'm locking his shoulder. Now, look at my hip. I'm dropping. And as I'm dropping my hip, look guys, my weight, it's right on top of him. Okay? My elbow, gotta stay on the inside. My hands are always following his leg. Clear this. That's all I need. I don't need to spend a lot of time here. So as I free this, immediately, now, look at my knees on the mat. Can keep my head here for a little bit. Switch. Lock his jaw. Now make sure lifting your hip. Clear. Walking back. And stabilizing a good side control. Right? So now, I'm going to do that both in a full speed. So, for the shoe techniques, we get in the near side underhook. And I really want you guys to focus. As you get the near side underhook, we're never throwing your weight on top of our partner. Right? I'm putting him flat, but without jumping. I'm doing that, sliding and putting him flat. And keeping the far elbow tight the whole time. You want to stay as heavy as possible on top of your partner. Alright? And keeping the near side of the hook really tight. Do not jump and overcommit your weight. We're going fast, but we're going sliding. Maintain your partner's back on the mat the whole time. We want you to stay heavy and precise. We're not jumping, you're not creating space. Okay? So, full speed. Thank you. All right, guys, so we gonna do one of my favorite open guard passes, you know, so I'm always looking forward to, I'm always moving forward, I'm always stepping forward. And again, like I say, when I'm stepping forward, my hands go first. Doesn't mean just go my legs. So my hands always go with my legs or even first, okay? So we got in here. So I'm gonna step inside, but I'm not just stepping my leg inside, all right? I'm gonna step because I know what is gonna be his reaction. So the reaction I'm waiting for him, it's to get a hold of my leg. So he get tight like this, right? From here, they can start go for reverse de la Hivo, they can start coming up with my leg, whatever. So what I'm doing, look, I'm keeping this leg a little bit backwards. My both hands are gonna go on his shoulders to keep him away of me, you know, just in case he wanna come up or he wanna get under me. Most likely when you're in this position, what the person on the ball expecting. So we get on the hook on the same side. All right, I don't want this. I'm gonna completely change it. So maybe his hand is on my chest, maybe his hand is following my hands, maybe his hand is on my knee. So not a problem at all. So my both hands on his chest. So I'm just gonna do a small open here. So I'm just kind of popping him back a little bit. That's the reaction I need, a little bit of him. So now, as I'm doing this, I'm lowering my level. And now I'm gonna swing inside. So I'm just gonna get a hug on him. Okay? And now I'm driving my knee towards the mat and putting all my weight on my head over here. Okay? So he's in a really uncomfortable position. So I don't want him towards this way because he can lift me. Alright? So that's why I'm putting all my weight towards my head and staying really heavy on this knee. Alright? So can you turn please? So from here, I'm stepping, he's grabbing. Both hands on the shoulder, so I'm keeping him away. Extend it, drop. Look, my shoulder gotta get right on his jaw and get heavy here. Look, my whole weight is right here on my leg, on my knee, on the mat. So now, from here, how do I gonna finish the pass? I gotta slide this knee down. Alright? At the same time, I'm circling my other leg out. So look, I'm heavy here. So I'm gonna put a lot of pressure on this shoulder, making my partner looking towards that way. Okay, so look, from here, I'm really putting pressure on him. Okay, so now I want you guys to pay attention on my leg work over here. So I'm extending and I'm turning. All right, and look, a lot of pressure on his head. So now from here, I'm just turning my leg on the mat and look at this knee. I'm really blocking his hip. Okay, and now just hold and stabilize side control. Okay, so again, as I'm passing, so from here, I'm stepping, blocking. So as I'm going, so boom, I'm extending, I'm dropping. So I'm heavy here. Okay, so I want you guys, if his leg is down, so look, that's a perfect reaction. If his leg is not blocking me, no need to extend my leg. So what I'm gonna do here, just pay attention, look, I'm just gonna cross and then pass. All right? If his knee is not in the middle, like blocking me. Can be, maybe I was faster, I drop quicker, his knee's not there blocking me. All right? So two options. So the first one, step, push, get in, his knee, look, his chin. Thank you. So look, chin's blocking me. So look, I'm in, I'm blocking him. So if you try to lift me, I'm putting my weight. You guys can see. So if you try to lift me that way, look, it's easy. But when I'm leaning towards this way, trying to lift me, it's a little harder because my whole weight is here. So I'm putting no weight towards that side. And he's not in a comfortable place for lifting. Okay? So here, lean towards your head. It's natural. As you lean towards your head, a lot of pressure is going to come on your shoulder because you're leaning across. So like this. All right? In order for me to pass, now I'm really standing. Taking my leg out. Drop and hold a really good side control. Okay? What can happen is from here, I would do the same thing. He get a single like chin on chin. And then as he start lifting me, I'll do the same thing. From here, now look, I'm just holding and dropping my knee. And now I lean in a half guard. And then we can start work all the passes that we have. But I just want you guys to understand this. We're getting the opposite side, the same side on the hook. not the side they're expecting. So they're not expecting to get on the hook on the other side. All right, but really gotta make sure. The biggest key of this position is my chest gotta stay connected on his head. So I really wanna get his head right on my chest, so where I have a good underhook and a good head control. All right, so I really gotta go low so I get a hold of his head. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. What I mean is, if I get here, if I step in, right, if I just try to get this, it's not gonna work. His head is out. So I need to lock his head. You guys can see? Now look, I can pull so my head on the mat, all my weight is here. And then, how I'm gonna finish? Extend everything. Now look, he's looking completely towards that side. He's not looking towards me. And then, I'm establishing a good side control. Okay, so now I'm gonna repeat both positions. Okay, same position but both reactions. So here, Alright, awesome. So we just got done, and hopefully you guys enjoy. A quick reminder I want to give you guys a feedback. It's like, make sure every technique you get, you're not going to get it once or second time you drill. So make sure you guys really focus on keep working on them till you guys get it. And first, when you guys start drilling, don't try to put speed and try to do fast the technique. Make sure you guys try to do it slow and really focus on all the details in any technique that you guys are working on, and not just the techniques on this DVD. I really appreciate you guys get the DVD. I really hope you guys enjoy, and I want to thank you, all my sponsors, all my friends at the gym, Marcelo Academy, my sponsor VHTS and Jiu Jitsu Korea, and thank you BJJ Fanatic for the opportunity, and I really hope all you guys enjoy the DVD. Thank you.